In this video, we're going to be taking a look on page Word 56, which is entitled Aligning Paragraphs. At the top of the page, it reads, "Changing paragraph alignment is another way to enhance a document's appearance. Paragraphs are aligned relative to the left and right margins in a document. By default, text is left aligned, which means that it is flush with the left margin and has a ragged right edge. Using the alignment buttons in the paragraph group, you can right align a paragraph, or make it flush with the right margin. Or you can center a paragraph so that it is positioned evenly between the left and right margin. You can also justify a paragraph so that both the left and right edges of the paragraph are flush with the left and right margins." So what we're going to take a look at now is step 1 on page 56, where it tells us that we want to replace your name and today's date with your name, then a comma, and the date today on there. So I'm going to go ahead and just type in my name. Then I'm going to hit a comma, space, and then I'm going to go ahead and put today's date, which the date of this video is 9/23/2013. On step 2, it tells us that we're going to select your name, the comma, and the date on there. So we select this. And then we're going to click on the Align Text Right button in the paragraph group, which is right up here. And notice that we place our mouse pointer over this. It should give us the screen tip of Align Text Right, which is also Control R. And now the text is aligned with the right margin. In the page layout view, the junction of the white and shaded sections of the horizontal ruler indicates the location of the left and right margin. Of course, here's some issues that you may have. If you click the View Ruler button at the top of the vertical scroll bar to display the rulers, if they're not already displayed, and that's this button right up here on there. So notice that if your screen looks like this and it doesn't have a ruler there, you want to click on this button right up here. That's the View Ruler. Or you can also go into the View and click on, make sure this checkbox is clicked right here for the ruler, and that will make sure that the ruler is displayed for you, so you can see where is the margins, which that's the shaded in area right here, and everything else that is your content area where all your content is going to be at. Step 3 tells us we're going to place the insertion point between your name and the comma. So we have right here, so I'm going to place my insertion point right after my N, but before the comma, and it tells me I need to press delete, and that what it's going to do is that's going to delete the comma. Then I need to press enter. And so now what has happened is that the new paragraph containing the date is also right aligned. Pressing enter in the middle of a paragraph creates a new paragraph with the same text and same paragraph formatting as the original one. So you don't have to set that for each individual paragraph unless you want each individual paragraph changed. On step 4, it tells us we need to select the 2-line title and then click the center button in the paragraph group. And the 2-line title is the Quest Specialty Travel Last Minute Travel Deals. So we want to select these 2 lines right here, and we're going to click on the center button here in the paragraph group. The keyboard shortcut for that one is Control E. Now the 2 paragraphs that make up this title are centered between the left and right margins. On step 5, it tells us that we can scroll down on there until we see the Rosh Hashanah Desert Safari. When we see that, we want to place our insertion point somewhere in that title there. And then we're going to click on the center button. So we're centering this text as well. Of course, you can click the Align Text Left button in the paragraph group to left align a paragraph. Now on step 6, it tells us that we want to place the insertion point in the italicized paragraph under the title. So just somewhere right in this italicized paragraph. And then it tells us we want to click the Justify button in the paragraph group. So here we have left, centered, right, and then there is Justified, and that's Control J is the keyboard shortcut. And when you see on here, it is now spaced out so that all the words, how they equal up to be aligned properly with the left margin and aligned completely with the right margin. When you justify a paragraph, words adjust so that the spacing between the words and each line of the paragraph is flush with those two margins. In step 7, it tells us that we want to place our insertion point back in the Rosh Hashanah Desert Safari. And in this time, we're going to click on the launcher in the paragraph group. So here we are in the paragraph group right here. And if I click on this launcher button, that's going to launch up the paragraph group dialog box. And the indents and spacing tab shows the paragraph format settings for the paragraph where the insertion point is located. You can check or change paragraph format settings using this dialog box. In step 8, it tells us that we want to click the alignment list arrow, which is right up here at the top, and we want to click on left. Once we have that, we're going to click on OK, and now notice how it moves the text from the center over to the left. On page Word 57, it talks a little bit about formatting a document using themes on there. And of course the themes we can see on there is underneath the page layout tab. And notice that there's some different themes that are through here. Each of them has a different coloration scheme and everything else. Notice as I move my mouse button or my mouse pointer across this that the themes change on there. And you can use those, and ultimately that just changes up the text style, that changes up colorations, and a lot of different features that are on there. And you can change those up at any point in time. We're not going to change it for this document, but you can change those up just to tweak the document a little bit further so that you can make it appropriate for your needs. And this concludes the video for Word page 56 and 57, which is dealing about aligning paragraphs. You may now close down this video and start the next.